Welcome to Bellevue Bound. I'm your host, Megan Adams, and if you know me, you know I love to get together with a big group of friends and have a great time, play games, which is why I'm particularly excited about today's guest. We are joined today by Mary Holocher with Mox Boarding House. Mary, welcome to Bellevue Bound.
Hi, it's a pleasure to be here, and I'm really excited to be on the show.
Oh my gosh, we're excited to have you. Hey, can you tell us, let's start with something really easy for you at least. Tell us a little bit about Mox Boarding House. What is Mox?
Sure. So Mox Boarding House was established here in Washington State. Our first location opened in Ballard in 2011, and we are experiential retail. We're retail and restaurant together in one house, all operating as one experience, and we're all about unique experiences for our guests that are all centered around gaming.
Ooh, I love that. I mean, we're all about unique experiences. Actually, at Visit Bellevue, we're all about inspiring, unique, and exciting, inspirational experiences. And Mox is the quintessential unique experiences. Tell us a little bit about some of the experiences folks can expect when they visit Mox.
Sure. So Mox offers programming in the form of events that you can participate in, and that's at every skill level. We offer things for people who have never touched a board game in their life.
Like me. Like me. That is me.
And then we also offer high competition, high experience level events as well for players who have been participating in their games for a long time. In addition to the programming we offer, we also have a wide retail space with plenty of play tables for people to bring their own groups in to hang out, play games with friends. And we also offer a wide variety of options on our menu, which is full dining, full bar program, full cocktail program made in-house, and scratch-cooked menus at every store.
Oh my gosh. I mean, talk about a great experience.
Right.
So you talked about that you opened in Ballard, which is fantastic. I love that area. And then you moved to Bellevue. What's unique about your Bellevue location?
Sure. So the Bellevue location is actually the largest of the 4 locations we operate.
Let's
it has
go
the
Bellevue.
biggest footprint. It also has our largest tournament room. It seats about 128 players, if I remember correctly offhand.
Wow, that's great.
Pretty big tournament space, and we frequently fill it. In addition to that, Bellevue also features an Art Deco lean-in on the architecture and the design of the store. Each store kind of has its own footprint that we use and its own design aspects we use to make that store feel unique but still feel like Mox at each location.
I absolutely love it. And when we visited Mox, that was something that would just really was so exciting and inspiring. If you want to see more pictures of Mox, if you head to their website, we'll drop that link below. You can explore all the pictures of the different rooms. Speaking of different rooms, let's talk about the different rooms in Bellevue. I mean, this is one of my most favorite places to visit. Tell us about what they can expect in each room in Bellevue.
Sure. So in Bellevue, we have 3 private rooms in total. We have the Apothecary, which is themed kind of like a 1920s apothecary would look like. It's got potion bottles on the wall filled with fake liquids.
Fake, huh?
Yeah. You wouldn't want to drink what's in there. It's resin.
Okay. No taking. That's good. That's good.
But it's a lighter colored space. It feels a little bit more open. That room features a screen as well, perfect for people looking to book meetings. In addition to that, right next to it is the room we call the library, which is filled top to bottom with actual law encyclopedias. If you open those books, you can read them. They're not fake.
Well, maybe that's also a good room to nap in, right?
Yeah,
you read the book, you take a nap. Sure.
You read the law book, you take a nap.
Exactly.
And that room and the Apothecary can actually be booked together as well. They have a roll-up wall between the 2 rooms. Looks like a garage door almost. That makes it possible to book both rooms together if you have a much larger party. We've actually had people book that space for things like smaller wedding receptions before, which is kind of fun.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah. And then the third space, which is one of my favorites across all of our locations, is the room we call the Speakeasy, which is actually hidden behind a swinging library bookshelf. It's got a sign on it to remind people to push gently, because if you haven't been to the store before, everything that's on there is not glued down. So we have people push the door open gently, and it opens into a space that seats about 30 people. That is also the space where our actual bar is located, where our bartenders mix cocktails for the dining room.
I got to tell you, Mary, so my co-host, Trey, had a chance to visit Mox the other day, and watching him walk into the Speakeasy was one of my favorite moments. You almost could envision a sound effect, you know, when you open the door, and then voila, you're in your own private bar, and then the bartender comes out, and they're in these great uniforms. I mean, it's such a special venue. I feel so lucky that I found it. And, you know, one of the things when we visited Mox, one of the things I noticed was that you saw every single age. So we happened to go when there was a Pokémon night, a special event, Pokemon night. So you saw little teenies dressed up. Oh, y'all, it was so cute. And their families and teenagers, 20s, and all the way up through grandparents. And they were all playing in your tournament room. Can you tell us a little bit about what those sorts of events are like, especially when it pertains to Pokemon?
Sure. So when we talk about the event y'all happened to be in the store for, which was Pokemon Day, that event gets support from either the publisher or a distributor who carries the product, right? Mm-hmm. For Pokemon Day in particular, the Pokemon company actually sends that product out, and it creates an opportunity for us to do something that's really unique for the community, which is, again, what we're all about. We're all about creating experiences for people that really bring people together in an analog way, because we have so many opportunities to interface digitally that tabletop gaming is one way you can really bring people together. But when we talk about events in the store and bringing all those people together, it's about creating events that really welcome everyone. And that's important to us and always has been.
Yeah, that inclusivity, right? There's nothing like that inclusivity. And that is what I saw when I was there. It's, again, you got to see people from all walks of life, all ages, all experiences. Can you tell me a little bit about inclusivity when it comes to gaming, and really what I'm pertaining to? Y'all, I am not the biggest gamer, but I like a good game of Jenga. I really feel like you saw people doing all types of games there. Right. Can you talk about sort of the breadth and scope of different gaming and why it welcomes all types of individuals there?
Yeah. One of the things that's unique about tabletop gaming is that there's a lot of ways to interact with it. And we really believe at Mox that gaming is for everybody. It's just a matter of finding the right game for you. Mm-hmm. And that's part of what we try to do with the kinds of programming we offer and the kinds of events we offer, and even with the games we offer in the library. Mm-hmm. If you walk into any Mox location, I can guarantee you there's a copy of Catan. I can guarantee you there's a copy of Codenames. I can guarantee you there's a copy of Jenga in our library for people to play, because we want to have familiar things as much as we want to have new games to challenge people. And one of the things that our staff do to help make this more welcoming is they spend the time to really learn as much as they can about games to help make them feel more approachable. And so part of that inclusivity that we offer in the stores is about offering programming that welcomes everyone at every skill level, at every age.
Oh, I mean, let's have that on a T-shirt. That's fantastic. I mean, it's such an honor to be hosting the show and meeting people like you that talk about inclusivity and all of the ways that we welcome visitors, right? We welcome locals, we welcome visitors. If you like this sort of content, remember to like and subscribe, and you can meet more people like Mary. Mary, I want to circle back to something you said. You talked about events, and I mean, if you want to see a lot of events, click on the link below to see their event calendar. It is chock full of different events. Can you talk about the different events that you offer at Mox Boarding House? Sure.
Some of the most popular events we offer center around trading card games, in particular Magic the Gathering and Pokémon. Those are two of the largest communities that we serve that have some of the largest share of our calendar. But even beyond that, we offer things like the LGBTQIA event that y'all participated in when you were visiting. In addition to that, we do a variety of events for just board gaming in general, like demo nights in the store. Beyond that, we also offer things that are just about the hobby itself. With miniature gaming in particular, there's this other part to the community that is all about the hobby and creation aspect of painting and building your minis. Because when you open that box, it's just a flat sheet of plastic that you have to cut out yourself in order to actually build your models. And so we do things like paint and sip nights or demo nights to help people learn those skills needed to really level up their paintings.
I mean, Mary, you got me at minis. I love miniature things. My favorite happen to be miniature donkeys and horses, They're the cutest. But these miniatures, so literally you get together and people get to paint those little teeny figures.
Yes.
I
Yes,
mean,
they
that's
do.
my jam. Sign me up. That sounds fantastic. If you want more information on miniature, what did you call the event again?
Paint and sip?
Paint and sip.
Yes.
I mean, you have to sip when you paint miniatures. Oh, I love this concept. And you know, one thing I think you also don't see is a limit in length for sitting in the dining
Yes.
area. So when we went, Trey, myself, and our Visit Bellevue team, we went to Mox. We walked around to see if there would be a table that would invite us to come and play, and people were so inclusive. And then the other thing I noticed is people are playing games for hours in that
Right.
restaurant, and no one's kicking them out. And the great thing to add to this is they can borrow a board game, a tabletop. Did you call it a tabletop game? What'd you call it again?
Tabletop gaming, because
Yeah.
that expands to more than just board games themselves, right?
love that.
Although our game libraries are pretty much exclusively board games.
Yeah. I just love that. And, you know, people were there for hours. And again, Trey sat down and started playing with a bunch of friends, which was so much fun and inclusive. Again, really inviting people to participate and stay a while, enjoy some drinks, have some great food. I love that. You know, I love Bellevue. I love all the things that we offer. And I think collectively, we're really proud of our tech and gaming community. I mean, we have a robust and exciting tech and gaming business culture and community in Bellevue. And so in a place like Bellevue, why is in-person gaming important when really our brand is digital gaming and tech? Why is a brand like Mox Boarding House important in this sort of experience in Bellevue?
One of the ways that we feel that we are important, and the reason we've had so much success as we've had in Bellevue, has a lot to do with the fact that while digital gaming is great, it's fantastic, it allows you to interact with people you wouldn't usually get to, tabletop gaming really brings people together, and it really, eliminating the screens and going to an analog experience like that builds a stronger and closer knit connection. That's something that I get to watch every day that I'm in our stores. And actually, you talking about Trey joining a table while you're in Bellevue, it just reminds me of what is my favorite experience watching every time I'm in a store, which is when a associate is talking to a customer at the counter about a game they have a question about, and then another customer in line goes, "That game is fantastic, you should play it, and then you're going to love it and you will buy it today because it is that good." And that customer interaction happens unprompted every time. The frequency at which it happens in our stores, where people use gaming as a way to build new relationships with people, it's one of the things that really makes Mox special, is that interperson connection.
Oh, I love that. Interpersonal connections, analog experiences, and sort of fighting against the Seattle freeze, right? This idea that we're cold and we're just staring at our phones. No, it's so much more. We get to be in person. We get to meet other people. It's inclusive. We can try new things. We can fail and then work with the team and build it up again, which is so special. I bet you have a lot of different experiences and things you've seen at Mox through your years there. Can you share any special stories of watching people experience all the offerings at Mox Boarding House?
Definitely. One of my favorite stories is actually from close to when I first started working at Mox. We had this couple who came in on a first date. They were set up by their friends.
Okay, first date.
Cute little date at the bar. They hung out. They played a few games, and a few games turned into a few more games.
Yes,
and
it
they
did.
ended up staying for like 3 or 4 hours. And that was their first date. About a year and a half later, they actually reached out to us and asked if they could host their wedding at the store, because in that time they had gotten engaged and Mox was really important to them. And so we ended up hosting a very small wedding in our tournament room. And this is back when Ballard and Bellevue were our only locations open. And Bellevue was newly open, but they wanted to host it in Ballard because that was their first store. But we've had many customers come to us with this kind of story over time. But that in particular was one from when I just started. And it was this really special moment that they wanted us included in their story.
Wow, so you heard it here. You can make lifelong friendships, or you can find your future partner at Mox Boarding House. Click on the link below. I it is true. There were so many people that were connecting there, talking, laughing, learning, getting confused, and like working through it together or getting help from the front desk. I love that. Okay, speaking of getting confused, are you ready? I have a personal favor. Mary, I have to reach around this. I brought this. I have brought with me this very large Pokémon notebook, and as a matter of fact, at home I have 2 enormous bins of Pokémon cards. My son is now in college, and we have these cards. He's like, do not throw them away. I'm like, okay. But what do I do with these cards, and can I bring them to Mox? Please help me.
So this is a story I hear really often from parents, actually, is that we've got this collection of cards. They're everywhere. Please show me what we can do with them. We have experts. Pokemon judges are called Pokemon professors. That's the canonical term for them within the community.
Let's go, prof.
Right. People gave me a hard time about it when I first became a professor. They're like, we're going to start calling you Professor Mary all the time.
I might do it at the end of the podcast. That's great.
Yeah. But our professors are really fantastic resources for helping people understand what options do I have with the cards I have. Obviously, trading is a really big aspect of trading card games, but especially for Pokemon and Magic, it plays in a lot. Pokemon especially, you'll see plenty of people with their binders out on tables trading with each other, trying to complete whatever collection they're looking for, whether that's their favorite Pokemon or completing a master set, one of every card in a set.
Oh, wow.
That people do.
How many cards is a master set?
Well, that depends on how big the set is.
Okay.
Any set of Pokemon cards could be anywhere from like 170 to like 250 individual cards in the set.
Wow.
There's some big sets out there.
Yeah.
But beyond trading, part of the thing is that there's a game attached, right?
Yeah.
And our professors are there to help people understand, how do I build my first deck? How do I actually play the game once I've built that deck? We do hands-on teaching, and that's how I started too, right? Was hands-on teaching people how to play Pokemon at the stores. And then I moved on to teaching people how to play other things too.
Oh, I just love it. And I mean, that is one of the reasons my son never really got into the gaming of Pokemon, because he didn't know how to do it. He felt nervous. And I know you've talked about new players being really welcome at Mox Boarding House. Can you tell us about that? I'm going to take this huge notebook and put it down here. Yeah, it's really, really heavy.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the things that I think is most special about tabletop gaming and gaming in general, and this applies to digital as well as analog gaming, gamers are really passionate, and we really love sharing our game with other people. And what happens is, especially at Mox, when people hear that there is somebody who's brand new to a specific kind of gaming, whether that's Pokemon or tabletop miniature gaming or even D&D and things like that, the community will rally around that person, make sure they have the resources to feel successful, give them new people to play with. And this comes out of a love for the game, but also out of a love of watching the game grow. Because when there's more people to play, that's more games I get to have, right?
Oh, I love that.
It's one of the things that's so special about gaming in general, is that, again, fostering connections with other people. And while the way we do it differs from digital gaming, the experience of welcoming new players into the fold is something that is universal.
Oh, I just love that. I love that. So welcoming, so accepting, and really enthusiastic about teaching new players how to play so we build the game. Mary, it has been an absolute joy having you on Bellevue Bound. Thank you so much for joining us. You were fantastic. And thank you for listening to Bellevue Bound. Please remember to like and subscribe. And if you want more information on Mox Boarding House, click on the link below and you can see all of their events and opportunities and retail, which is expansive. You don't want to miss it. Thanks again.
This video was recorded and produced by Just Talk Studios, the premier video podcasting studio in Bellevue, Washington. Visit justtalkstudios.com to learn more and book your session today.